I wanted to make comics when I was a kid, and every time I did, it would fail in some way, and it would be like, so like the last time I was like, I'm gonna do this no matter how hard it is. And so I was in the park with my kids, because I used to bring my stuff to the park, so that they wouldn't catch me looking at my phone and then like want to watch the phone instead of doing fun things. And so I'm sitting at the park and I'm working on my comic, and I see this guy, and he kind of waves to me, and I wave back because I kind of know him, because he's the only other dad at preschool that picks up his kid on a bike. And so the next time I see him, he's like, hey Barry, I saw you in the park. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, were you drawing? And I was like, no. And then he was like, are you making a comic? And I was like, nope. And so he says, you know, I have a school that teaches people how to make comics. Which is like, of course, the thing that I needed for 30 years. And so like, I finally convinced myself to go there about 5 or 6 months later, because by that time I was totally sure that it did not exist. And I know that like some of you know what it was like to go to Saw back in those days, but you used to like go behind this warehouse, and then there was a chain link fence and a combo box, and you'd undo the combination, you get the key out, you unlock the gate, you go through, you put the key back in the combo box, and the next person close it up, walk through this like really poorly lit junkyard. And by the time I had done all that, I was like, oh hell yeah. And that's all you need to know about Saw.
Thanks, Barry.
So I make comics about my dad. I grew up on a mountain in New Hampshire, and my dad was a guy who was like living the change that he wanted to see in the world, unlike anybody else that I've ever known. And I don't know how to start a thing from here. Do I just hit this? No. Oh, I do. Okay. Okay. So that's Barry, and he's up by the chimney, up on the second floor, and there's a quilt there. And then his dad says, well, I gotta go into town to get them truck parts. And his wife says, okay, but how about you bring the kids with you? He's like, both of them? That shouldn't be like that. Look, I gotta get the parts because the truck won't start without it. Well then, how are you gonna... Sorry, I need to wear my old guy glasses. How are you gonna get there? You know, just put it in neutral and coast down the mountain like I used to do. All you gotta do is roll out of the driveway without stopping, pick up enough speed to get past the Quitmeyer's house, hit the pavement at the crest of the hill, and then you're in good shape going down the mountain until you hit Dynamite Corner. It's actually called Dynamite Corner. Somebody had an accident. After that, it can get a little hairy. Uh-oh. You gotta try not to hit the brake. Because you gotta keep up enough momentum to get all the way into town. No, that shouldn't be like that either. I put white chickens so you can see them. Yeah. Get a little air.
So good.
And pretty much just like that for the rest of the way into town. There's no way you're gonna drive that truck all the way in town in neutral with 2 kids in there. Come on, let's go. Where are we going? What are we doing out here? Just looking for truck parts. In the middle of the woods? Careful not to touch any of the barbs on your way through. We're about to come up on a path. I've never known where it starts. You can follow it a long, long way. Dad, know where I'm gonna live when I grow up? On the mountain, I hope. The moon! On the moon, we won't need any fences. Know why? Because the moon is made of cheese, and everybody's going to share the cheese. All right, and what if somebody takes more than the fair amount of cheese? There's going to be one guy who always cuts the cheese. Yeah, there usually is. It makes everything fair. That all sounds familiar. So you're gonna be king of the moon? Yeah! Fredo can't really be king of the moon, right, Dad? Well, we haven't really figured out how to live on the moon, and I hope we don't. How come? Because if we learn how to live up there, then we'll never learn how to live down here. I mean, they're about to go across the lake.
Yeah, looks like
Which is inadvisable.
Yeah.
Watch your step out here. Sploosh. Punk. Puck. That's just ice settling. You know, ice noises. Don't worry, you're safe. The ice isn't gonna break just because you're on it. How do you know? If anything happens, that truck's going in way before you are. I got too fancy with this. Like, they need to be... Okay, you're about to get a demonstration of how to break into my house.
Oh.
You guys gotta take out this bolt here, and then pop out the basement window, slide down the wall, walk across the room, and unlock the basement door. This is how my dad taught us to break into our house. Somebody left some rubbish here. Yeah, it was probably me. See, no sweat.
No.
Pickles.
God.
Thwick. Allow me to introduce you to Blue Truck. Blue Truck used to belong to one of my brothers, but it's been down here a long time. What are me and Fredo supposed to do here? How about you be the Gophers? You know, like, how about you go for the socket wrench? Dad? Hold up, let me come look. Nope. Who's a good little carburetor? Gonna just wrap you up all snug as a bug in a rug. Okay. And it looks like we're ready to go. Come on, boys. Thud, thud, thud. Suspense. Yes.
No.
Freddie, is that you down there? You know, thanks, Scooby-Doo. Yeah, Mom, just working on the truck. Jimmy's truck. Well, are you gonna call Jimmy and tell him? Well, I mean, yeah. All right, tell the boys I love them. Say hi to Nene for me, and for God's sake, do not walk across the ice. Time to go. It's dark out. How are we gonna find our way back? Our good round friend will show us the way. Thanks for all your help today, boys. You like my spirally cord?
Yes. A lot.
Hey, Jimmy, how's it going? So, Mom, thanks for coming all the way up here to bring me into town this morning. Yep, don't mention it. Alright, that's it. That's the last one.